In Washington State, shellfish are a way of life, in our past, in our present, and our future.
This is my quiet place. I come out here and I can work and I can think about our ancestors, and they dug clams and off of this beach.
Me gusta mucho mi trabajo y lo hago con mucho cariño, con mucho amor.
Tribes, multi-generational shellfish farms, and relative newcomers harvest oysters, mussels, gooey duck, and other shellfish, providing jobs in some of Washington's most rural communities, healthy food, and connection to the marine environment. Demand for seafood is on the rise. So how can shellfish aquaculture meet this demand in the most sustainable way? Key to answering this question is knowing more about how shellfish aquaculture works in the marine environment. And to do this, we need to see beneath. Shellfish growers throughout Puget Sound have partnered with NOAA, Sea Grant, and the Nature Conservancy to understand more about how shellfish aquaculture functions in the marine environment.
The traditions and culture of Jamestown have always been about the sea. Ever since the people were here, this is what they've been doing, this is what they've been eating. And we've always wondered what was going on around the aquaculture program, around those oyster beds. And so we're happy to be in a collaborative effort to see what's going on.
We have a good sense of what's happening out there at low tide. You know, you can walk out, pick up a cluster, and see lots of things. We don't know what's happening at all at high tide, so it's really awesome to have the cameras out there so that we can get a better sense of how these animals are using the gear at high tide.
Documenting with GoPros will help other people understand how diverse and how dynamic our beaches are.
Having good science is so important. What we find the best way to get results is through collaboration and building relationships.
Having people like shellfish producers on the ground every day, they see things, they experience things, they understand and can observe long-term trends. Where researchers are really great about understanding larger concepts and trying to apply them locally, but without that partnership and that synergy, they might not be able to realize the research that they'd like to do on a farm.
In this project, growers and researchers deploy cameras on shellfish beds. We set cameras in different types of growing areas and in unfarmed habitat. The cameras record at high tide. We then collect them, review video, and quantify fish and crab use of the sites. With these data, we can know more about the value of habitat created by shellfish farms relative to other habitats.
These kind of cooperative efforts are what we really love about being shellfish farmers.
With GoPro cameras and the new technology, this has opened a door to allow us to collect data that we wouldn't have been able to collect even a couple years ago.
So demand for seafood is certainly on the rise. And the question for us at the Nature Conservancy and elsewhere is, how does shellfish aquaculture fit into the puzzle? What's great about this project is that by getting a better look below, we can be smarter when we look ahead in Washington and beyond.